Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, just hopping on tonight to make a reindeer ornament with you. So as you jump on, just say hello and let me know you're here. And if you're catching the replay, then just say hey and let me know that you're watching the replay. So the colors that I'm going to use tonight from the paint are going to be Teepee, Rusty Bell, Crazy Crow, and Hollyberry, okay? That's it's similar to what we used last night for the big one, but there's one color swap where we're going to use Teepee on this one, and on that one we used I think it was vintage lace. So anyhow, let me get the iPad going and let's see here so I could see your comments. Hey Pam, good evening. How are ya? Hello, Angel. Okay, so let me show you guys what this kit comes with. So the kit shipped out last week, so if you haven't got it already, you should be getting it. There are not very many left in the online shop, so if you want one, I suggest you do not wait, because this one was selling pretty fast. So I put the link down below in the little chain link, or you can comment shop AFK and we'll send the link to your messenger and you can go check it out that way. Hey Vicky, hi Kathy. Hello Ellen. Hey Donna and Tina. How is everybody tonight? Thank you for joining me. So what this kit comes with is the wood round with the pre-drilled hole, the body, and then we have our embellishment pack, which I'm going to pull out the nose. That is the nose. And then the head, because that's what we're going to need right now. The head, so we can get everything painted. And then we're going to do another word transfer onto our round. Once we get everything painted, I'm not painting the bead. I'm just going to leave that natural. I will paint this little star. You don't have to though, because I mean, that is cute, but you could literally paint it any color you want. You could paint it red if you wanted to. I'm going to paint it in the color Teepee. I'm cold out here, you guys. I'm not even kidding. I should have put a jacket on. I didn't think I would need one, but it's a little bit chilly. I'll have to bust out the heater if it keeps up like this. Aw, Sandy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for spreading the sawdust. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Carrie, how are you? How is it going? Okay, so what I'm going to start with is I am going to base paint this one in the color Teepee. And then our little heart also, if I call that a star, it just dawned on me I probably called it a star. It's a heart. It's not a star. You're getting a heart. So just if I call it a star, just ignore me. It's a heart. I don't know why I have a tendency to do that. It's been something that, I don't know. I've done it for a long time now. I should have got more Teepee out. Let's see if we can squeeze the last little bit out of this bottle right here. I might have some over there on the side. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. Hey, Brenda. Let me see if I have a little bottle right here. Nope, that's Grace Ortle. Well, you got to be kidding me. I know there was a little one here somewhere. Okay, let's just get started and see if we can make do with what I've got right here. I'll tip the bottle upside down. Hey, Melissa Rose. Oh gosh, Pam, I know what you mean. I completely understand. Okay, so this is the color Teepee, and I'm just base painting our round with Teepee. Well, we might be able to make it work. because the paint has good coverage, I don't need another coat. So I think we're going to be okay. If I do say so myself, it has good coverage. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint the heart. Hey, Diane. Yes, it sure did. It is definitely cold. Let me see. Well, it's 55. I mean, that's cold for here, and it's only 5:12. Our low is supposed to be 47, so I actually turned the heater on last night for just a little bit. I don't like to sleep with the heater on just because it gets too hot for me. But I did turn it on for just a little bit because it was pretty chilly. All right, so we're going to use Rusty Bell for the body and the head. Not the antlers, but we are going to use it for the head. You know what I didn't do? Okay, that's okay. We're just going to paint the body and the head. Oh, you know what? We're also... So these little bumps down here are the feet. So we're not going to paint those in Rusty Bell either. So the antlers right here and right here, those are the feet, are going to be in Crazy Crow. So I just wanted to mention that. You can also find, right now this video over on YouTube. This is the one that I did. If you guys caught the Christmas, oh goodness, why did I just forget what it was called? The Christmas gathering that I was in with my friends. That's not what it was called, but I can't think of what it was called. This video is over there, and we are going to start uploading the videos over to YouTube for the monthly kit, so that, because as you guys know, Facebook is after 30 days they're not here anymore, so you'll be able to find a picture, but the actual video after 30 days, if you're making your kit, will be over on YouTube. Okay, this one is already there though, because this is what I did on that special, on that little special we had. I don't know why I can't think of what it was called, but you know what I mean. Hey, Sandy, how are ya? It does. It does match the door hanger quite a bit. Clearly, I couldn't decide which one to do, so we just did both of them. This was actually designed to be the kids' kit, and really it is kid friendly. It's just that, you know, there is a transfer and stuff with it, but kids don't have to use the transfer and all of that if they want to just make something for themselves with a reindeer. That's what the ornament was originally created for. And then I just got, you know, a little carried away with all the extra stuff that I added. So I'm also going to be using one of my stencils with the little stars on it, or snowflakes. We're going to add some snowflakes to this one also. I kind of like, so for the next monthly kit that we're doing, I like the idea of like not necessarily like a mommy and me kit, but it reminds me of that, where it's like the door hanger that we just did and then this smaller ornament. I think that's cute. I don't have small kids like that anymore, but I like that. You know, even if you had older kids that were a little bit older, I think I like that. I think it would be fun for them to do like a smaller one as you're doing a bigger one. Okay, and then we're going to paint this in the color Hollyberry. And Hollyberry also we're going to use to do the stripes on the tree, on the ornament. The round that we have just painted, we're going to use put some stripes on that also. So I think to do the stripes, I'm going to use this brush right here. So I'm going to dry it off. Hey, Stephanie. Hello, hello. Okay. So how is everybody doing today? Did anybody else get any rain? Have you guys got snow yet where you're at? I know some of you were saying, was it last week you were expecting some snow? I'm going to dry this and add another little coat to it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to wash some brushes here pretty soon. Oh, Diana, gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry for your loss. Oh, wow. Stephanie said it's in the 80s in Texas. Tina said they got rain hard last night. Okay, so I think what we will do is let's go ahead and put some stripes on it. So we're just going to do 3 stripes. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm not taping these ones off. I'm just going to do them real rough. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of offload some paint and then just start with the center. Just like that. And then I'm going to put one down here and then one up here. Of course they're crooked. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me straighten these out here. Let me show you. Very crooked. Yes, they are. So the bottom is not too bad. And I'm not going to paint the sides. Okay. I like that. I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to dry it and then we will definitely distress it. So let's just dry them all at the same time. Plus the little bit of heat feels good on my hands. Deborah said their rain is coming. Yes, so my best friend lives up in Wellington, which to me that's like the north end of Texas. I could be wrong, but it just seems north to me, but it might not be. So anyway, they're supposed to be getting rain up there also. I feel like the storm we had is making its way to Arizona right now because my cousins are expecting some rain. And it's just kind of making its way back east. Thunderstorms all night and all day, starting and stopping, Lee said. Hey Barb, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Hi Trula. Okay, so what I want to do is go ahead and paint our antlers and the feet in Crazy Crow. So I got out way too much paint. I'm going to put back some Follyberry. We don't need all that. There's no need to waste it. So last night, I think it was last night, plus there was a post, if you've seen the post, we have something kind of new and fun, and I know some of you have seen it and actually tried it, but we have what is called a holiday paint personality quiz. It's a lot of fun. I actually did it myself, and if you comment the word quiz, we will send the link to you so that you can try it. It's fun. And it kind of goes through a list of 6 questions to determine like what your paint color personality is, like your color palette, just based off of like the vibes for, you know, that you're kind of going with this year in several different categories. And then it kind of determines your paint color personality. And I know some of you have done it, and then it sends it back to you so that this way you know, and it gives you like the color palette based off of our paints here. So it'll tell you, like, for example, I think it's 5. It'll give you like 5 colors, because there's 4 or 5 categories, different categories. I know one is like farmhouse, and one is like whimsy, and one is like minimalist. So it's really fun. If you guys want to, if you haven't given it a try and you want to give it a try, you can just comment quiz. There was also a post as well, so you can check it out that way. Yeah, and let me know. I would love to know like what your colors are, like your paint personality, not all the colors, just like which personality was yours. Mine was the whimsy one. It wasn't called whimsy. Can't remember what it was called, but that was mine. Hey Tabitha, how are you? Oh, Tabitha said it was so fun. It is fun. It is fun. I went through it too. It's a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna paint his little hoofs first. Oh, Stephanie, you were farmhouse. I love all of the colors. I have fun putting them together. And I will actually tell you, like, at some point, because I actually bundled those colors together. So if you were to want to get the colors, you can. I've bundled them together, and I think at some point it might let you know that. I just don't know what point it is, but it doesn't just stop there. Like, if you want to get your bundle, you can, but it's just fun to do it and see what your colors are. Okay. Oh, my mom is here. Hi, Mom. Oh, was he there? I'm glad he got to come have dinner with you guys. Oh, Vicky's was farmhouse also. Okay, I did the hoofs. Now we're gonna do the antlers. Let's see here. Okay. Well, I kind of messed up, so I'm going to fix it a little bit. Hi, Renee. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try that and then fix it. I accidentally painted the top part of his head black, and I didn't want to do that. I mean, a bow is going to go right here anyway, so that's not going to matter much, but I just wanted to fix it. Okay. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do, this is nice and dry, so we're going to go ahead and distress it. I don't have to necessarily distress like the sides, but I just went ahead and did it. And then I'll distress individually these, the colors, like the teepee color, aside from the red, so I don't bleed them together. Sometimes what will happen is if I just sand it all like one, it'll run the red into the lighter color and just make it kind of look like it, like the red sort of bled over in there, and I don't want that. Not always, but you know, I'm just trying to be careful. Okay. All right, so that's what it's looking like, all distressed. I think it looks good. So I think I will go ahead and let me get my stencil so we can do the snowflakes. I'm going to use this one. So this one right here is just, they might actually still have that one. I don't remember what it's called that it's in, but this one is really cute. I've used that one before too. Then again, they might not. I'm not 100% sure. But what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the teepee. I don't know that we need a whole lot, so. So it's this one right here. And then we're going to just stencil the snowflakes on. Just kind of randomly. That's cute. And we'll kind of go right here. That one is a little light just because it's on the color teepee, so. adjust this one to here. Okay, so let's see. This guy's gonna go just like that. So I just want to see where I need to put some more snowflakes at. Oh, traditional is Sandy. I love that. Hi, Gwen. Oh, no worries. Thanks for joining us. If I do it a little on the heavy side, well, not heavy meaning I have a lot of paint, but just, I'll show you what I mean. It shows up a little bit better. You can kind of see it on the teepee a little bit better. Let's see. Not sure if we'll see any right here, but just in case, I'm just adding a few. There we go. Okay, so before we do too much more, we're going to transfer this on. Let me dry though, make sure that the snowflakes are all dry. Well, I need to leave that right there. I'm just going to trim this down a little bit so that I have a little bit more accurate of where it's going to sit at on here. Okay, I think I like that. That is probably perfect where I want it. So we're going to take our transfer paper. Just remember, put the shiny side down. And I'm going to take a pen. You could use a pencil, anything. But as I kind of mentioned last night, with a colored pen or something that's a different color than what this is, which is a black color, it's easier to see where you've already transferred. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so we've got the sleigh all done. Now we're just working on rides. Okay. And then that is what it looks like. And then we're going to take I'm going to try the thinner one because these are a little bit smaller. I'm going to see how well it does. Oops. Let's see here. Well, I think we're going to be on the struggle bus with comments again. So let me try something. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just trace right back over this with my paint pen. Okay, so you can see what it looks like when I outline it. And then I'm just going to go back in and fill it in. I do kind of like the thinner one for these smaller, because the letters are a bit smaller. Though I'm going to try the bigger one and see if the coverage goes a little bit quicker. It actually does. It goes a little bit quicker because it was a little thicker. That looks good. It does look good. Okay, guys, well, I'm sorry, I am not seeing any comments. So, I mean, it's like it's frozen. So I just apologize if you are commenting. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see them. Just trying to see if I missed anything. Okay. So you can kind of see what it looks like. Oh, Teresa said traditional too. Hollyberry cottage green, cotton, gold nugget, and tortoise for traditional. It's so weird is last night when I was using this, it came out in big globs when I did that. Tonight it's not, so. But I bet if I put it on my wood piece here and did that, it would come out in a big glob. When you don't want it to, it does. Okay. It could be almost empty, I suppose. Kind of think that might be what it is. So I'm going to switch over to this one. Okay, we're on our last one anyway, so it should be fine. So you guys make sure that you are on the email list so that you don't miss all of, well, we have a special happening this Friday for a doorbuster, because we've been doing doorbusters every Friday in November. And so we have another one this Friday. And if you're not on our email list, make sure you get on it. You can, I think, let me see. Oh. I think if you comment email, it will send the link. Let me see. I'm pretty sure, but let me just drop it in here so that you guys can have that email, the link to sign up for the email. Let's see here. Hold on, I'm putting it in right here. Oh, awesome, Tabitha. Good. I am glad. We had some trouble with our old email list, but we got everything worked out now. So if you had problems getting on our email list, or you just weren't getting the emails, it turned out one of the systems we had a broken link. So that's been since fixed, and so I'm excited. But so there's that link to get on the email list right there. Oh, I'll pin it. There it is. Well, okay, there. I just pinned it. So yeah, and you will get all the information for what's happening on Black Friday. Then also lots of good things happening. And that's one way to stay in the loop of what's going on, like new things, all the things. That's the best way to stay in the loop. And you don't have to worry about, like, we don't spam you. We don't send out 5,000 emails a day. I know that can get annoying after a while. Okay, so I'm just distressing this guy a little bit. Okay. Oh, the nose. Where did I put the nose? Here it is. Oh, it says sleigh rides. That's what it reads, sleigh rides. Okay. Alrighty, so I think what I want to do next is go ahead. Well, I wish this one's, let's see if I can squeeze out a little bit more ink out of this one. Because what I want to do is just kind of outline. I'm just doing one straight line all the way around. And then when I stop to kind of turn it, I just back up just a little bit and go right back on that line and just come all the way around. Just kind of put a line all the way around it. Aw, thank you, Tabitha. I appreciate that. Okay. Now we're going to take our white one and we're going to outline on the deer just a little bit, just with a little bit of detail. just like that. So just some straight lines, a couple of dots, straight lines, just all the way around. And then we'll do the same thing, kind of the same thing on the head. So what we're gonna do is come up here. Okay. All right, so that's how I outlined his head so far. Oh, I forgot to turn the, we need to do the nose also. Okay, and then I just did the nose. Hi, Linda. And the nose is going to go down here. So I did the bottom. You don't really have to because the nose goes down there. And then I want to take a little bit of this fabric. So I gave you a lot of fabric because you can either put a bow on the reindeer. You can actually do both. We can go ahead and cut and tear for a bow for the reindeer. That might have been a little too thick, but we're going to make it work. And then you can use the rest of that if you want to put a little tie like at the top of the hanger. I'll show you what I mean once we get there. Actually, I like it on the kind of thick side. Let me see. Because his head is a little bit thick up here. So I think that's, I like that. We're going to do it a little on the thicker side, and then we could use this one or even this one for the hanger. And then I just kind of pull the fabric out to fray it a little bit. I might see if I can get this to stick, because I don't think, yeah, it's not heated up yet. Let's see. Hi, Kim. Okay, let's see here. Well, we might have to wait for it to heat up. What I'm looking for, I had a nail right here to poke inside of here, and It wasn't huge, but it worked perfectly for this, and now I have moved it. It don't matter. I don't think there's really anything much left in there. So let's see if we can get the glue gun. Okay, and then we'll put the nose right down here at the very, very bottom. And then I'm going to pencil in the eyes, and then I'm going to go ahead and trace over them in the black paint pen. Okay, so you can kind of see the eyes. So cute. And then we have our heart. That's going to go right there. You know what I think I'll do a little bit, and I forgot to do it on the head, but give it a little, just a little bit of a little grunge just on the edges. I don't want to try to get the white too much, the white paint pen that I did. Okay, and then we'll do our round just a little bit before we put everything on there. Oh, here it is. It's this, I was looking for this even last night. It's right in front of me, right over there. I mean, the deer's going to cover most of that over there, so. Okay. And then we're going to put the deer on. And then his head will go just like this. And then the little heart can go right down here in the corner. I like it right there. So we're just going to add, So we'll get the head on and then we'll get the body on. And then I'm just gonna apply some pressure to it until that hook sets up. Okay, and there's that. And then what we're gonna do is we have this jute rope and this bead right here. So we're gonna string the jute rope through. Just like that. And the rope is plenty long. It's longer than you actually need it, but that'll allow you to, you know, do whatever you want to with it. But what I like to do is tie it in a knot first right here. Okay, and then string the bead through it. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna even it out. And then if you can get both of your rope ends into the bead without fraying them, just like that. So I got them kind of both started in there. And then what I do is I just twist it, almost like you're twisting in a screw. And then you just twist it and kind of feed it through. See how it's poking through that way? And then once it gets to that point, you can pull it right on through just like that. If that doesn't work, you can also put a piece of tape around it just to kind of get those edges together and then feed it through that way. Or sometimes I'll use the wire and poke the wire through it. Okay, and then once I get that through, then what I want to do is tie another knot, because I don't really want the bead, you know, flopping all around. I want it to stay down there in place. And if I wanted to, what I could do, what I was talking about with this fabric, the rest of the fabric you had left, is we could take that and tie a piece of, oh, what did I do here? I tied that in a knot. Let me get that out of there. That one might be too short. That's too short. We'll try this one. So if you, before you secure that bead down with another knot, if you wanted to put the tie right here, you could. Or, so you see what it looks like there. But because we have the bow there, it sort of runs into the bow a little bit. So I'm going to try by just going ahead and securing that down. So I want that bead to stay right there. And the way I do that is just to tie another knot right there. And then this is going to be where our hanger is going to go, right in the center here. So you can come however big you want it. I think for me, that's plenty big enough. It doesn't need to be really all that huge, see? And then I could tie another knot. I could tie a bow. I could tie a knot and a bow. But I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and tie that off in a knot. What we might be able to do right here is put our tie right here. or just leave the tie off. You don't have to have a tie on there at all. I wouldn't leave it that long. I would cut it, definitely. So, okay, so you see how the tie is there. So kind of vision it a little bit shorter. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, cut our little jute ropes so you can see what it'll look like with just the jute rope. And then I'll put the tie back on and make it a little bit shorter because it'll just look better if it's not so long. What in the world did I do? Well, I certainly didn't knot it down that tight. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we've got that there. What I would do if I wasn't going to, you know, mess with if I was going to just leave this, is I would cut these short. And just kind of fray them up. And then you see what it looks like that. But if we take our tie, let's see if I kind of bring it through here like this. So what I've done is I've kind of looped it through. And then that ends up like the little tails instead of the jute rope. If you like it like that at the top. And then there we have it. There is our Sleigh Rides reindeer ornament. And that's it. That is it. Hey, Joanne. Hello, hello. Thank you, Brenda. Hi, Mary. So anyhow, you guys, that is our Sleigh Rides reindeer ornament. Super cute. I like it. I think he's fun. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still messing with the comments. It's crazy. But anyway, that's okay. So thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow. Have something fun tomorrow also. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, thank you. So, yeah. That was fun. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I guess I might not be. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Linda. So, anyhow, you guys, that's it. I'm looking around because I feel like I am forgetting something. Like I was supposed to do something, but I guess maybe I wasn't. I don't know. So, oh, thank you, Donna. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to hop off and go have some chili and go try to get warmed up a little bit. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I will be back tomorrow to do some more crafting with you guys because I think tomorrow is Wednesday. The time is just flying by so fast. I can't even believe it. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And again, thank you so much for being here with me. And I will see you guys soon. Bye for now.